You are now listening to the Jay Porks Experience. Listen free on iTunes or at theandydareshow.com. Now, here's Jay.
Yo, what is the word, people? What goes on? Welcome to another edition of the Jay Porks Experience. I'm Jay Porks. With me, as always, behind the glass, every week, is nobody. We are fresh off the Thanksgiving weekend, so you can put that belt an extra notch open and get ready for December. Welcome to December. You're hearing this on December 2nd. And I got a few things to complain about today. Some having to do with holidays, some having to do with hip-hop. But first, I'm going to go through the list of websites I need you to go to keep me in business. First of all, I need you to go to concertconfessions.com for all your live music news and reviews, for fans, by fans. I need you to come join our family. I need you to help me out. I need you to tell me what goes on when you go to a show. And I know you got tickets. So you hit me up at JPorks on Twitter, or you hit up at ConcertConfess on Twitter, and we will walk you through how to do that. And when you're at ConcertConfessions.com, you know Christmas is coming up. You know it's Cyber Monday right now. And you should be on Amazon.com. So the Amazon ads on the side of ConcertConfessions.com, if you go to Amazon through there by clicking the ads, and you buy your stuff through there, it's the same thing. But maybe I'll make some money. You know, I mean, it could maybe. I don't know the math. Again, I'm not good at math, but you gotta buy stuff anyway, so you might as well make it seem like you were at our site and then you bought stuff through there, so they can shower us with their capitalist cash. And you also need to do that when you're listening to this podcast at theandydeershow.com, and when you're listening to Smooth Operators with Tyler and Andy, and when you're listening to the flagship show, The Andy Deer Show. There are Amazon ads there too. There are all sorts of ads. You should click all the ads. None of them are for webcam porn or anything like that. They're all legit. Seemed legit. So click them and go to Amazon through us, and we can maybe make 12 cents off you. It's America, people. Like I said, if I can make it $2.50, if I can make enough $2.50 to ride the bus one time to work, I will. For complaining on a podcast weekly, I will be a happy man. I also need to go to ChristinaRocks.com. She hosts a Time Warp on the weekends, 89X, every Sunday, and you should check her out on Twitter at ChristinaRocks. And you also go to AnnieQuiet.com, your source for quality. Right now, up there, if you go to the site, the first couple of articles you're going to read is live shots. John Mayer in Oklahoma City. You're going to watch a video of Reggie Watts and Josh Homme improv on Taxidermy Love. I don't know what it is. It's pretty funny. If Reggie Watts is involved, it's funny. We got a new video from Crosses Bitches Brew. You go check that out. That's Crosses. I'm not sure if you say Crosses or if you have the three crosses there. So their band symbol is three crosses. So you call them crosses. I don't know. Bitches, bro. The Beastie Boys are sued by that Goldie Blocks. Whatever. There was a commercial featuring a Beastie Boys video. The Beastie Boys got mad that they used their song, but then that company sued them. And again, you can read about it on AnnieQuiet.com. The video, the company has since removed Beastie Boys girls from their commercial, so it's no longer there. Both parties can stop suing each other, and that's it. But you can read it all at AnnieQuiet.com. I freaking can't stand holidays. You know, I got the two jobs now, slinging Italian food at two different places. So I got to work Wednesday night, Thanksgiving Eve. Dead. Then I got to my normal job Friday morning, Black Friday, dead. Saturday, dead. I get to the other job the new job on Friday night after I left my normal job. I go to the night job, dead. I got news for you folks. I mean, if I was the type of person who bought gifts, I would be really upset about that. Like, I need waiters don't make any money. So you need to go to restaurants and help them out. Because if you don't do that, I mean, those waiters are not going to be able to buy anything for anybody. I can't make $60 as a waiter working 2 different jobs in the same day. That's crazy to me. And who's the next person who's going to say, "Isn't it funny that the day after we celebrate giving thanks to things, we go out and trample each other at Walmart?" Yeah, no, I don't do that. That's you guys are nuts. First of all, today's Cyber Monday. So there's way better deals online anyway, but if you're a savvy enough shopper, you can find deals on the internet all year round. You don't need to wake up at 3 a.m. to go beat up some old lady for the last, stuffed Panda Bear doll that's 75% off, or whatever the case may be. You can find cheap shit on the internet all year. Doesn't need to sell. It doesn't need to be a specific day. Furthermore, the time you're spending shopping, you could be having lunch with me and leaving me a tip. I can't do this. This going to work and not knowing what you're gonna, and not having a set amount what you're gonna make. Like, I could make $10. What did I make Sunday for Sunday brunch? I made $18. I was there from 9 to 2. $18. Who can live? I bought a pack of cigarettes for $12.50. What kind of life is this? But I digress. Because you know what pisses me off more than all that? See, not traditional family values here at the Porks household. So the plan was we were going to order Chinese food on Thanksgiving. Right? Wrong. Why? Because the Chinese people are celebrating an American holiday. Why would Chinese restaurants be closed on Thanksgiving? I know you're not going to do that much. I mean, you'll do great business. There are tons of people who are done with the turkey stuffing mashed potatoes type yams Thanksgiving. A lot of people do traditional, but a lot of people do Mexican Thanksgivings. They do enchilada Thanksgivings. They do all. People are changing their own traditions because there's a younger generation growing up, and they're doing things differently. And when I get older, and when I have a wife one day, and hopefully no kids, and we invite some cool nieces and nephews over, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have an untraditional Thanksgiving too. As somebody is shoveling outside my house, I don't know what that is. It scared the crap out of me. I don't think they're shoveling. There's no snow. I don't know what they're doing, but they're making noise while I'm recording the podcast, and that's fine. And the thing about that, there really is no escape on Thanksgiving. If you follow me on Instagram at jporks, if you didn't guess what the name was by now, I tweeted a picture of my Thanksgiving meal, which was a large coffee from the deli down the street. I would have got a Jamaican patty, but I didn't have enough money to do that. Because it was Thanksgiving, and I lost a day of work because it was a holiday. I mean, if we were open, I wouldn't have made money anyway, but it would have been nice to have my $1.81 an hour at least. But again, let's get away from the restaurant life. Hit me up on Twitter. I'll tell you where I'm working if you're in the New York area and you come in and you tip me 20%. Who could not love me? I'm awesome. But I need more than 7 tables in 2 days. I need more than that. Last week, we saw the video release for Eminem's Rap God. And I find that the release of Eminem's video for Rap God is just another reach for clicks from these websites. Not from Eminem. Eminem doesn't need you to click on a website, but I mean, debuting the video and then to see 10, 12 websites run with it is insane. And for the last couple months, we've heard the leaked tracks, and then the album came out. My beef isn't with I'm not gonna sit here and explain and discuss the validity of Eminem's new music. That's not my beef here. My beef is these websites that we go to, that we trust for our music news, reaching for clicks. That's all, just reaching for views. We already heard the song. The song is nothing short of amazing. The rhymes that M strings together are crazy, but we heard it. So why adding pictures to it? Why is that a thing? Why is it the big story of the day? Do we still watch music videos? MTV stopped playing music videos when they debuted the Real World Road Rules Challenge. I put it this way, I work with girls who are 18, 19, 20 years old who have never seen a music video played on television. I don't get how videos are still a thing when we've already heard the song. I can understand if it's debuting the song, and it comes with a video. That's how the band or artist debuts the song. I can understand that. That's cool with me. But when a song that was released a month or two ago shows up with a video and the internet goes bananas, I just think you're all monkeys. I just can't make sense of that. It's the same words. And listen, we can sit here and discuss how M's quality of records have fallen off in the past decade. We can talk about how he's gotten a lot less edgy every time he exits rehab. We can talk about how Eminem's Circus Slim Shady LP would have smacked you right in the mouth if you suggested that he'd have not one but multiple tracks with someone like Rihanna. We can talk about all that, but those points are all moot because people are still under the belief that record sales equal adequate music. And this record debuted at number 1, beating Lady Gaga. So, it doesn't matter what I say, people think that that makes it good because it's the number 1 album. Because when it came out, it was the number 1 album. It's probably still number 1 now. I mean, I don't get it. The bigger discussion here is why is rap music in general fallen off since 1998, 99? Think about where you were when you heard that song My Name Is, Eminem's first big single. Think about what that did to you. Will you ever get that again? Will that ever happen? Will that feeling ever happen? I mean, maybe when 50 Cent had the How to Rob track circling radio stations. It was a little after 2000. When it was 99, 2000. Maybe that was like the closest we're going to come to that. But I mean, now, I mean, no, rap music isn't going to take anyone aback anymore. It's not flavor of the week anyway. It's not popular to like rap for rap. It's not popular to like good hip hop. That's not what's mainstream. What Eminem's doing is mainstream. He's got one good track on this album so far. He's got Rap God. Rap God is the one track I heard that was good. That song Berserk, the beat is going crazy. It's got too many sound effects. The song with Rihanna I'm not listening to because I hate fucking Rihanna, and I hate that Eminem is doing this to his career. But whatever. Now, people like Eminem and 50 Cent sit atop the globe with people like Jay-Z and Puff Daddy. People way more concerned with making money than making good music. And they're good at it, and that's cool. It's America. I mean, if you're someone like me, who likes music with guitars, mostly, but you find your mind open to the sounds of hip-hop back in the day, you probably had a couple of friends in your group that dismissed hip-hop and rap as not music. Oh, that's crap. Rap is crap. I mean, say whatever you want. I'd rather call house music crap, but whatever. There's one in every group. But if you hate rap music, let me ask you one question. Wasn't it a lot more fun to hate it back in the day when it was good? Hating rap now is like girls kissing girls or men wearing extremely feminine clothes. It's just something that's popular. It's just a phase that's going to pass. And this is going to bring up the discussion, so Jay, do you think Eminem is the greatest rapper ever? I don't know. That's going to take me an entire different podcast with tons of guests and tons of lists and fucking and lyric sheets and all that stuff. I'm of the belief that the jury is still out. M's lyrical ability versus the ability of someone like Nas, who has unique storytelling ability that's insane. I don't think we're, as a society, ready to say which one is better than the other. they're both great things. We're not ready yet. They're both alive, so we can't judge it. But I do welcome, if you want to send me your lists, top 5 rappers, dead or alive, you send them over at JPorks. But be careful. Get yourself well versed in the works of Big L before you do that. Trust me. Trust me. But tweet at me. Try not to get made fun of. Send me top 5 rappers. Yours. See, I may be the whitest sounding, whitest acting, long-haired meat puppets working for guy from the predominantly whitest borough in New York City. But I did in fact grow up in Brooklyn. Canarsie, actually. Go on Google Earth and check out some scenes of the street walks. Walk down the street in Canarsie from your computer and tell me if you ever want to live in a place like that. That is a terrible, terrible place to live. Hip-hop was instilled in me since I was like 8, 9 years old, hanging out with the 13-year-old kids down the street, smoking nickel bags of terrible weed we got from a dude named Paco on Avenue L, behind the movie theater. We rolled it up in a brown paper bag and passed one wine cooler between the 3 of us. Me, Hector, and Sammy, in front of a library, near the projects. I remember it like it was yesterday. You can take the hood out of the kid, but you can't. You can take the kid out of the hood, but you can't take the hood out of the kid. True story. True story. So send me your top 5 rapper lists, because I would love to critique you. And you need to go listen to Big L. If you're a fan of hip hop, Big L is dead. Check him out on YouTube. Awesome. And while we're talking about the Marshall Mathers LP too, since we're talking about Rap God, the one good song, we're going to get right into buying or not buying right now. Cha-ching! Buying or not buying? Promise you, sound effects are coming. They will. One day. Not yet. Marshall Mathers LP too. Am I buying it? Am I spending my money to buy it? No. No, I am not. Sorry. I mean, listen, I will listen to it. I will listen to it online. I will happily download a link you send me if you steal the album. Hey, listen. I will, but to tell you the truth, when I think of Eminem albums of past, and then I think about he's got songs with Rihanna. Eminem! Are you kidding? And I watched the video for Rap God last night only because I knew I was doing the podcast, and I knew that I was going to complain about it. So check out what Eminem's wearing. Seems like the same clothes, except now he's wearing tight clothes too. You're the white rapper, dude. You're supposed to be wearing like the FUBU and the big sweatpants. Eminem's got tight jeans on? What goes on with life? I'm still getting over the fact that this dude's clean. And I'm not saying that his lyrics have dived off, but my interest in the music. He's not a loose cannon anymore. and he's not dangerous. It's like if Bill Hicks decided to become commercially accessible. Like, Bill Hicks didn't like going on Letterman and not cursing. He didn't like, that he had to curb his act and not use his good jokes. Eminem's done that? I mean, like, in 10 years, Eminem's gonna be like, oh my god, I don't even know. I don't even want to know what's going. Think about Eminem 10 years ago and think about him now. And then think about where your life has gone. And then feel old like I do. My back hurts. My back is starting to hurt. So buying or not buying? Marshall Mathers LP 2. Not buying. This has been cha-ching! Buying or not buying? Sound effects will come, I promise. So, I mean, I really, and if you saw me tweeting some things, some anger on Thanksgiving, because I was so freaking upset. I was so pissed that I was trapped with nowhere to go. I haven't had Chinese food in 18 months. I was so excited to have Chinese food, and they decided to close. They're celebrating the birth of slavery in America too. And here's the thing about being a smoker whatever you smoke. I mean, burns, getting burned slightly is that's what happens. You take your chances if you're playing with things lighting on fire. But when the cherry comes off my cigarette and falls down my sleeve and goes all the way past my elbow, fully lit, that's God hating me. That's not incidental. That's God hates me. Alright, anyway. Pulling up my tweets. Because the other day, very upset. Everyone's being thankful. I don't like this being thankful, so I got out some sarcastic thank you. That being thankful for us. And I'm thankful to work in an establishment with such loving, caring ownership that always looks out for my best interests. Valid. Sarcasm. I'm thankful for all the skills I have to help me contribute to society daily. I'm happy for that. I'm happy I don't have to be a crummy waiter times 2. I'm thankful that I have people near and dear to my heart who like all the same music I do. Not really. Oh man. I'm thankful days only have 24 hours. That's what I'm thankful about. You know what else I'm thankful for? I'm thankful for year-end lists. I can't wait till we spend this month of December, fucking talking about the best albums of the year. And we watch a whole bunch of albums that got released in January. For any album that was released before June is going to be forgotten. Like, for instance, let's see where Queens of the Stone Age ranks on any of those lists. If they're not in the top 5, that list is bogus. Because that album is fucking cool as fuck. But you know what's going to be number 1? You know what? I'm not even going to mention what's going to be number 1. I'm done talking about that band on this podcast. But anyway, year-end list. And I'm going to do a year recap show. That's going to be my birthday show. In 2 weeks, December 16th, on that Monday, you're going to be hearing, it's going to be my birthday, and all we're going to be talking about is my entire year, concert-wise. We are going to go over show by show with me. From January, with Soundgarden, from the Meat Puppets, to Uproar Festival, back to the Meat Puppets. We're going to be talking about all that. That's on my birthday show, December 16th. And if you want to wish me a happy birthday, you hit me up and you ask me for my PayPal because I'm poor as hell. So my birthday is in 2 weeks, and we will have my J-Pork's concert year in review for me. That's what we will do. So you can find that right here on the J-Pork Experience. So yeah, year-end lists, top albums, all that. We'll do a top albums. I don't even think I've listened to 10 albums this year. I haven't bought anything, so. Have I listened to 10 albums this year? Probably. An album I am going to want to buy in 6, is it 6 days? I don't know how many days. December 10th, I believe it comes out. Childish Gambino? While we're talking about hip-hop, this is an entire, hip-hop episode here. Childish Gambino's new album, Because the Internet. That's the name of the album. And it's funny that a song leaked titled Sweatpants a couple of days ago, and he got mad that it leaked. The name of the album's Because the Internet, and the song got leaked, and he got mad at it. That's awesome. The song's crazy. If you want to get up on some newer hip hop that's good, some hip hop that'll open your eyes and say, "Whoa, what's going on over here? Why haven't I heard of this guy before?" You listen to Childish Gambino. Yes, I do understand it's the dumbest name in the world, but he got it from a Wu-Tang name generator. And it's Donald Glover from, what's that show? Community. And let's talk about Community. I loved Community back when it was season 1 and 2. I've lost touch with it. But, as revolutionary as Community was, I want everyone to know that I was on board with that show way before you ever heard of that show. True story. True story. And you could ask all my Concert Confessions buddies about that because I remember we talked about it. You know what else you need to be doing? You need to go to themeatpuppets.com and go to their store there that they have set up there and buy some wicked vinyl and buy some awesome t-shirts and stuff. And for because for holiday gifts, why not? Why not cloak your children in Meat Puppets garb? How could you not? And how could you not go to chriskirkwoodart.com, or is it .org? I think it's .com. We've talked about this already. You go there and you buy some of his art and you give that to your more hipster type friends who would like to have art rather than, possessions like a shirt. I mean, that and what else is there to say? Thanksgiving just happened, so we can't. Not much happened musically on Thanksgiving Day. Not much happened anywhere on Thanksgiving Day. And now it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. And happy Hanukkah. Happy Hanukkah to all my Jewish friends out there, like me. Now, people say what? Has anyone seen the meme with Han Solo holding up a menorah and it says "Keep the Han in Hanukkah"? That's funny, but I like to say Hanukkah because it's a little reminder that Germans did kill my family back in the war. So I just, I don't practice any religion, but I tell people that I let people know that I come from a Jewish heritage so we can remember bad things that happened and don't let those things happen again. Alright, so before I finish up here, I'm going to go to my Facebook page because a couple of hours ago I had a status that said, "Hey guys, this will be the status where we discuss things on my podcast." And I've got like 200 friends, so a couple of people should have at least commented by now. How many comments do we have? We have one. Wow. Thanks, guys. Debbie, my buddy Deb, she commented, "People who suck at crowd surfing, like bad crowd surfers, drunken crowd surfers who suck at it." Actually, let me read it. Drunken crowd surfers who suck at it. Yes, all of this. Yes, 1,000 times. Because if you're gonna, I don't mind the crowd. I don't mind people who crowd surf, but people who are like overly intoxicated and just doing it for that reason. There are professionals out there who do it right. There are people these kids weigh like 105 pounds. They're skinny little twig kids, and they jump off the stage, and they're able to surf and stuff, and they don't hit the ground hard. But I've seen some people take some falls, some bad falls. I saw this girl at Mudhoney a couple of years ago. She climbed up, and she was kind of heavy, not really. She actually commented on my blog on jporks.com. If you go to the Mudhoney post on jporks.com, I'll link you up in the notes, in the show notes that'll probably go out on Wednesday. I wrote that this heavyset girl tried to climb up and dive on the stage, but she just fell back and disappeared into the crowd, disappeared into the people onto the floor. And that was the essence of grunge, I wrote. And she wrote, "Well, not for I mean, I didn't really call her fat. Did I call her fat? I would have to go back and read it. But she wrote, 'You're not so skinny yourself, mister.' Yada yada yada." And she really got mad at me for calling her fat. Meanwhile, I don't know this girl's name. It's not like I said, Cyndi Lauper or whatever. Jane Doe I didn't know who the girl was. I didn't have a picture of her, like a good picture of her. This is like 2010, 2011. I didn't have a camera that was worthy. I didn't have a phone that was worthy. But anyway, I don't look like that anymore, bitch. So come take a look at me now. Huh? Winning. Me. So yeah, people who suck at crowd. If you're gonna crowd surf, do it right. Do it live. Don't be drunk and you could throw up on people if you can't hold your booze. I can't hold my booze. I'm like a 6th grader when it comes to drinking. I have like 2 beers and I'm giggly buzzed. That's how I roll. So yeah, there's that. And then there's Maud. But there wasn't Maud. One more thing I'm going to get into here. Family Guy. When we start an article with spoiler alert, when we're talking about a cartoon, we have to reassess our lives for a second. I love the shit out of Family Guy. I love that show. Seth MacFarlane's funny as hell. I don't care what anybody says. I know I know all these comedy, no, all these cartoon sitcoms are carbon copies of The Simpsons. I know that, and I know nothing will ever be better than The Simpsons. I know that too. I watch The Simpsons like every night. But you can't kill off Brian Griffin. Come on, man. As they'd say on Monday Night Football, come on, man. You killed off Brian, and you got some dog voiced by Paulie Walnuts replacing him? I can't get on board with that. But as much as I can't get on board with that, I can't get on board with change.org petitions to bring him back. It's a cartoon, guys. Here's the thing. Stewie has the time machine. If you watch Family Guy, you know that Stewie has a time machine. Even if it's broken, he can rebuild it. And when he does rebuild it, he can always go back and get Brian. Furthermore, South Park killed a main character off their show every episode for 10 years. It's a cartoon. It's not like Walter White, you know? It's not like they killed Gus Fring. Fucking kidding me? He's a cartoon dog. Watch the reruns. I haven't watched Family Guy in like 2 seasons. I still gotta watch that last episode. That last episode with Brian. Somebody said to me, Seth MacFarlane's sick of doing the voice. Yeah, and he doesn't mind doing the other 17 voices he does in the show. He does all the voices. Him and Miss Swan do all the voices on the show. So there's that. The change.org petition to bring back a cartoon dog is a bit much. It's a bit much. I just have to say that. It's a bit much. He's a cartoon dog. And his cartoon friend has a time machine. Just go back and get him. What's the big deal? Oh, they did it for ratings. I don't buy that either. I just think they did it to change things up. I don't know. I thought they were bored. I don't know why they did it. I don't have any reasoning. I was gonna have my friend Andrew on to talk about it, but then I got pissed off during the week and I never called him. Because that's the thing. I let little things in my life affect my life. That's sad. I let it affect my podcast, and I'm sorry about that. What episode are we on? 12 or 13? I don't know, but it's been fun. This has been awesome, and I'm so glad that I'm gonna spend my birthday with you guys. 2 weeks from now. And next week, we'll probably be talking about some tracks off Childish Gambino's Because the Internet, if it's out by the time I record. I'm not sure what day it comes out. 6th or the 10th? I don't have a calendar in front of me. Well, I do have a calendar. It's from 2009. Why that calendar is still hanging in my room doesn't make any sense to me, but not a lot of things in my life make sense to me. You're talking to the guy who made $18 today. So anyway, let's run down the websites again. ChristinaRocks.com. That's for a bunch of music news that she feels like reporting about. And she hosts the Time Warp 89X. You could stream it live every Sunday morning. And ChristinaRocks.com will have the playlist. So you can take a look at the playlist and see if it's something you'd want to listen to, which is probably the case. You also go to theandydeershow.com. You listen to my podcast, but not only that, you listen to Smooth Operators with Tyler and Andy. You listen to the flagship show, The Andy Deer Show. You listen to anything Tyler Cale has to say. You listen to all that. You follow them on Twitter, at Tyler Cale, at Andy Deer, at JPorks, at Deer Network, at The Andy Deer Show, at Deer Network Asia. I can't believe that exists, but it does, because the internet. And when you're at theandydeershow.com, you're going to click the Amazon ads. And you're going to listen to this for free on iTunes by using the podcast app. You search Andy Deer Show, and I'm in that list. You're also going to go to AnnieQuiet.com, your source for quality. No bullshit. Just music news about cool things that happen. About cool bands, excluding the most recent thing. That's about John Mayer. But that's not news, that's live photos and words, so, And last and most certainly not least, you go to ConcertConfessions.com. For all your live music, news and reviews, for fans, by fans. Coming back to Concert Confessions in 2014 is the As Seen on TV portion. That means when a band plays Letterman or Leno, does Leno still have a show? Yeah, well, Leno or Fallon or Conan, when bands play those shows, we're going to bring you you can find the video up in the morning on concertconfessions.com. So there's going to be no need to sit up and there's going to be no need to fill space on your DVR for those shows. And you're going to get a paragraph from me about whether I like or hate that band. Because that's how I do things. And if you want to do that, if you want to join our family at concertconfessions.com, you hit me up at jparks on Twitter, and we'll go from there. I mean, because I know a lot of people who go to a lot of shows from all around the country. It's the internet, folks. Be my friend. I love meeting people online because all those people, because we met each other online, so we're intellectually savvy. I mean, it's just right there. Everyone I've met off the internet is cooler than people I've met in real life. True story. Also, when you're at concertconfessions.com, click the Amazon ads and help me help you. And I want to see you guys need to. I want you to ask me. The first person who asks me, Jay, how can I get involved with concertconfessions.com? I will have a good day. I want you to tell me about the fun you had at the show, because I'm broke and I don't go to enough shows. So I want to read about more shows. So tell me about it. Hit me up at jparks on Twitter. Alright, listen. It's only the world takeover is only continuing from here. So tweet at me at jparks. Get me on Instagram, jparks. Get me at facebook.com/jparks. Should be a public page. It's only blocked from my boss and my ex-girlfriend from high school because she's seen me fail enough. I don't need her to see me crying on Facebook. So everyone else is welcome to be my friend. And then I can get more comments on the statuses that say, hey, you want to get mentioned on the podcast? Come on. Leave a comment. So anyway, folks, get at me during the week and help shape next week's podcast. Until then, whiskey, weed, and Warren Zevon. Late.
This has been the Jay Parks Experience. Thank you so much for listening.